let's move along because somewhere in a dark, dingy bar sits Arne Slot. But who's comforting him? It's Diego Simeone. Because if you thought Liverpool had a bad week, so did Atleti. After being knocked out of the Champions League to city rivals Real Madrid, Atletico lost to Spanish rivals Barcelona. Just yesterday, Alex Ashmore and I were at that game. And Alex Ashmore, being the naive young man at this table, said, 2-0. Sorloth, that's my guy. Atleti. I said, you don't know this team, Alex. And Barcelona score 4 goals in a row, but I think the biggest picture here is Diego Simeone, because I think you drop a 2-0 lead to Barcelona, and also you take, like Clinton said, Real Madrid all the way to penalties. I think this is an issue of Diego Simeone and some of the decisions he's made. These are 2 massive losses. Yes, they didn't lose, 2 trophies, let's say, like Liverpool, but to lose this badly at home to Barcelona is not going to be good for Atleti.
No, and they almost have. I mean, now they're 4 points behind Barcelona and Real Madrid. It doesn't feel like a lot, but it's a mountain to make up, especially when you look at, I think, the run-in. Obviously, they've just got the league now to concentrate on. They've obviously got the Copa del Rey as well, but that's 2 games. But I think yesterday there are a few moments I look at that 70th minute. They're 2-0 up, and they take off 2 of their most attacking players.
Julian Alvarez. We were sitting there thinking this is mind games.
Taking off Julian Alvarez instead of Antoine Griezmann for a start was mind-boggling, because I thought Griezmann was quite quiet last night. Every time Julian Alvarez got the ball, you could tell that he was a danger to that Barcelona defence. And to go so deep, and I spoke to Alexander Sorloth after the game, and he said it himself, that almost as a reaction as players, not from the manager, but he said it himself, that he thought they dropped too deep and they were playing too deep, and that invited that pressure on. And yes, on the other hand, I think you look at that 70, 80-minute mark, you could see Atleti really start to tire, and I think that Wednesday night took its toll on them. Barcelona obviously having that extra day's rest, which in today's day and age where they're playing 90 minutes every 3 hours at the moment, given the amount of football that UEFA and FIFA are giving them, it's always going to take its toll. But to invite that much pressure on you when you're already tired, you have to have an outlet. You have to have something that's going to keep that Barcelona team wary. They're going to go, we can't put all our men forward because there's Julian Alvarez behind us, and we let the ball go over the top. 1 out of 3 chances he's going to take, and he's going to score. And it's mind-boggling. It's Atleti doing what Atleti have done too many times before. They're not out of the title race, but it's been an awful week for them. They lost to Getafe. They're out of the Champions League. They're now 4 points behind Real Madrid and Barcelona. There's no Madrid derbies left. They've played Barcelona twice. They've got to have a long, hard look at themselves in the mirror, and I'm sure they will be. A disappointing week for Atleti fans. I don't want to jump the gun and say, is this time for change? But it's happened too many times.
Well, we were at the Metropolitano yesterday, and we asked some fans, Barça and Atleti fans, what they thought that a win or a loss could mean for the La Liga title race. Take a look at this. Do you think Barcelona's winning? If they win tonight, do you think they're going to win La Liga?
Yeah, surely.
I think they're going to win La Liga either way, but today is a key match for sure.
They will take the champion of the league.
Atletico Madrid, I think we have a chance against Real Madrid. And, we got the league.
Yeah, we know that we definitely need the points, but it's going to be a tough one.
Sorry, if Atleti lose today, can they still win the league?
I don't think so.
No, that's it.
That's it. Yo pienso que sí, porque en la Copa del Rey, depende de quién gane, van a dar todo por la Liga.
Barcelona will play in the Champions League, so Atletico have more time to train.
No, I don't think so.
No.
La eliminación de Champions nos da tregua para centrarnos en la Copa y en la Liga, y confiamos en el proyecto.
No, I don't think so. Real Madrid is going to win La Liga.
Oh, you think Real Madrid is going to win? Okay.
No, Real Madrid is going to win the league. Hala Madrid.
They will win La Liga, the Champions and the Copa.
The treble.
Vamos a ganar.
Pues muchas gracias.
Guapo, un beso.
Okay. I thought they were going to leave you hanging. Well, let's welcome Angel to the show. Showing up like an actual angel out of thin air.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Good to be here.
Good.
To chip in on the conversation.
Well, we're talking La Liga. Yesterday, a massive match. What were your thoughts on that? What do you think this means for Atletico and Barcelona's season in La Liga?
Oh, this is a big boost for Barcelona, actually. Real Madrid was actually hoping that it went on to lose that one. And although Barcelona has a game in hand, but this is a very good buffer. And it sends a statement to everyone in the league that we mean business, and even for the Champions League. Because coming from 2-0 down and winning that one 4-2 was actually sensational. You cannot, the crop of players that they have in that Barcelona and the mentality to come back from 2-0 down from the 77th minute was actually good. But for Diego Simeone, it was disappointing for his men because being knocked out of the Champions League by Real Madrid, and now you had a chance to at least make a statement in the league to say, oh, we're back and we're going to fight for this till the end. But it was disappointing, and to bottle that in front of their home fans, even more, more disappointing.
Clinton, is it more disappointing that Simeone and his men had a chance to beat both Real Madrid and Barcelona? It's not like they were getting outplayed and stretched and scored on by, several numbers. They were putting both of these teams to a test.
Yeah, I think the problem I see with Atletico Madrid is the fact that, they don't have that spirit of perseverance till the end. There's this thing about they play to a certain level and feel like we are comfortable enough for us to start doing whatever it is we want to do. And then that's when teams that they play decide to take advantage of that mentality. And I think that's what Diego Simeone needs to work on, especially with the players, because you could clearly see him as a coach. I'm sure that's not what he wants for his team. You pretty much see how animated he is, on that sideline, trying to get these players to do what he believes they should be doing, especially during those dying moments. And it feels like there still has to be more work to be done, even with the substitutions that he makes, as well. Like there are some players in your team that, in my opinion, you don't take them out. You leave them because they have some kind of aura that poses some level of threat to your opposition, that even if they are tired or they are not doing anything in particular, but just because they are there. For example, in my opinion, I will never take a Julian Alvarez out unless I am comfortably winning that game to a point where even if they score me too, I'm still leading, right? But you don't take them out when you're playing, for example, a Barcelona. Come on, everybody, see what's been happening with Barcelona this season alone. If I was playing Barcelona, if they're not making any sub from their team, I'm not making no sub. It just means that, bro, we are doing something really good, and we are fighting till the end. Barcelona, they've humbled Real Madrid like twice already. Is it twice or three times? Okay, maybe twice, right? The El Clasico has been twice.
The League and the Super Cup.
Yeah. And I was hoping that somehow Atletico will go speak for us to say, yeah, you humbled our senior brother in the city. You know what? Let's do what we do best. And they had the opportunity. Like Real Madrid, I would not see a Real Madrid winning 2-0 to an Atletico or to a Barcelona. Let me just say to a Barcelona, especially right now, and bottle a 2-0 lead. I think Ancelotti will be like, wait, hang on, is this 2-0? All right, where is Alaba? I know you are injured, but just come and stand here first. And then you are bringing Militao. I know you only have 2 toes remaining now, but please, you're not going to play. Just stay next to the goal. Like, let's just go with this win. But this is what I think Atleti, they keep missing out on.
Yeah, I think so too. Gary, every time you're on the show and we do talk about Barcelona, and it's not been often lately because, you only grace us with your presence so often these days, but we always talk about Lamine Yamal. The youngster now has 30 goals and assists combined this season. I don't know if you saw his post-match presser, but he was saying that for him, it's more about the team winning than him putting up his own numbers, and there's a lot of people talking. But yesterday was a day where we did see him get on the scoreboard, deflection or not. Thoughts of his performance yesterday?
Well, vintage Lamine, and I like
vintage Lamine. What an oxymoron! Vintage Lamine.
Wow.
Yeah, vintage young man. I liked mostly not just the performance. I liked what he said after the game when he was asked, and he said, well, he's never really bothered, about not scoring because he contributes to the teams in other ways, and what's important is the team winning. But it is nice to have people off his back, because he has scored. So while it's not a problem, it's nice to score, and he had he had more than a decent game yesterday, didn't he? He was man of the match, no? Yeah. He was man of the
yesterday.
Match. Yeah, he was man of the match. So Happy for the young man. Even when he's not scoring, he's contributing. But when he does score, oh my, OMG. OMG.
I was just going to make a comment on this Lamine Yamal again, because you see, people are failing to not see, the way I see him as a player, right? If you, as young as he is, he's playing to the level he's playing, let's forget about the goal. Now, let's say he's known for being the king of, in my opinion, for Barcelona, he's the king of assists, right?
In my opinion, he's like the best footballer in the world right now just because of watching him.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to enjoy football, if you want someone to give you joy and that has skill, Lamine Yamal. I'm sorry, he's in the conversation for the Ballon d'Or. I don't even care about the numbers. Do you see what this kid's doing? Don't tell me 17, he's too young. Not his fault. You said, he's playing with this audacity.
I know, but the area where I was even going to go was the fact that, forget about the goals.
Yeah.
The fact that your name is in the conversation, even not given the amount of goals that people expect you to score, for me, that's crazy enough, right? So basically, people watch you play. People see the assists. People see your crossing. People see the skills. People see the technical abilities. People see how much you're able to run past defenders, right? And this is what they speak about positively about you. Now, the goal is not coming to play. So, obviously, that's why I would understand that when the goal now comes in, it's almost like he's not completed that, was being expected. But for me, he's doing his job. I've said it so many times on this show. I said that every player comes with their different ministry on football. There are players that you would not see that goal come very often. But the way they work out the goal for people will keep you thinking. And that's the reason why I've always said, why is Lionel Messi very different for me, right? Lionel Messi is you can say forget about the goals too.
Brings
for
you
me.
joy.
He's a
It's just do you understand? Like the reason a whole bunch of people can tell you different reasons why they just like him. You see, so for me, that's what I tend to love in football.
Did you see the goal he scored yesterday? Did you see the goal?
I know he scored, but I didn't see the goal. I didn't see the goal. You see,
Audacious chip. Audacious chip.
That's the one word I think that Lamine Yamal has been associated with this season. Audacity.
Yeah. And the thing that Hansi Flick said, which was interesting when Lamine Yamal was not scoring and he was getting some criticism, he said he does more than just scoring. The goals are not just important. Anytime he has the ball, Hansi Flick is excited because, you as a fan or as in the stand or a regular person, you're just excited at what he's going to do with the ball. And to put things in context, because we mentioned Lionel Messi, like while we're not putting him on the same pedestal, but to put things in context, this young man is just 17 years old, isn't it? Well, now, I look back to when Messi made a stance in international football. It was the Under-20 World Cup where he won the Golden Ball
with Mikel Obi and co. So sometimes that's why I look at Mikel. I'm one of your mates. Anyway, sorry.
And then look at Lamine Yamal is not even up to the age that Messi was at that time. To tell you how young this young man is doing what we saw Messi do at the Under-20 World Cup. And he's not, unfortunately, he's never going to play in the Under-20s because he already made it to the senior team.
Of course.
At the very age of 16, So that's to tell you, what he does. And I'm excited. I just hope that it's not going to be like a case of all the Pato and Ansu Fati and other players who we expected so much of and they never shone as bright as they could due to maybe injuries or other personal problems. I hope that that's not the case for him.
Do you know what I was literally going to mention if you have like 30 seconds for me?
30 seconds, then we're moving.
Just coming down to when we mentioned Lionel Messi as well, right? I was literally going to also add that the reason why sometimes we tend to speak about this player is even when they walk the balls and they're giving the assist, right? Do you know sometimes you even forget about the goal that's been scored? What you're thinking is, hang on, wait.
The pass.
No, leave the goal. Just the goal was good.
Did you see the pass?
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes it feels like even the pass is even more important than the goal. I've seen it so many times, and for me, that's what distinguishes you from other players. There are people who... Okay, that's my 30 seconds, sorry.
All right.